Curb Servers, episode 16, raw and unedited. Now, last time we spoke, Jamsky had to pop out with the 12 gauge to get the crackhead up off of us because the little homie, he pulled a fast one. Yeah, remember? He sold him some wax and he thought it was some crack, and he came back with some real hitters and was ready to do some work. Thank God older heads was able to step in and keep everything calm. But that moment, everybody saw the way Jamsky brought that shotgun out and the way it kind of commanded a little respect, because we all kind of grew up shooting, but we grew up shooting pistols. Yeah, and at this age, we wasn't shooting pistols at each other. No, we were shooting pistols on New Year's Eve. Yeah, you'll shoot them in the air or you may shoot them down in the dirt. Depends on who family you was at. That was our experience of shooting. I'm not talking about the older homies. I'm just talking about me and my friends. Me, Ken Dog, Murdoch, Skeeter, Little Wino, Jonas. We didn't have no experience in shooting at people. Not my little crew. But we were starting to get a little nosy. See, Murdoch, once he seen the respect that shotgun commanded when Jamsky popped out, that's all Murdoch kept talking about. He was like, man, I got to get a shotgun. Hey, we got to get a shotgun. Because although Dirtbike had a shotgun, that was really him and Jamsky and some of the older kids. And they had their own weapons. But we were talking about amongst our little crew, our little clique. And Murdoch, once he got his mind set on getting a shotgun, he wasn't going to stop till he got a shotgun. He would ask every crackhead on and around the block, hey, you got the hookup? Can you get a shotgun? Now, some crackheads will be able to tell you they can get a gun, but at this moment, we have learned some lessons. See, we didn't want no gun because there was a rumor going around that if you shoot or shoot at somebody with a gun, it's going to be easy for the police or the sheriffs to come trace that gun back to you. But if you use a shotgun, the odds of you getting away with your crime, it highly increase. It's harder to trace a shotgun. Now, I'm not saying it's true or not. I'm just saying these were the rumors going around on the block. So at 12, 13 years old, I want to get a shotgun. I might have been 14. Yeah, me and Murdoch, we probably was both 14. Murdoch want to get a shotgun. I want to get a shotgun. Because we seen the way everything popped off when Jamsky popped out with that shotgun. So Murdoch got a shotgun first. When he got a shotgun, he even lit a fire under me. Now I had to have a shotgun. I was like Murdoch. I was asking all the crackheads on the block, hey, can you get a shotgun? Hey, you know how to get a shotgun? They hit you. Yeah, I can get you a gun. I can get you a 38. I'm like, nah, I don't want no gun. I want a shotgun. Finally, this one crackhead, he came through. He said, I got a shotgun for you. I said, let me see it. It was a 10 gauge. I said, let me get it. He said, here, how much you want for it? Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. We made the exchange. Now, I'm like, Murdoch, I got a shotty. Murdoch come running around the corner. He peep it out. He's like, hey, now, can't nobody fuck with us. It's popping. I got a shotgun. You got a shotgun. We don't need none of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? We can do our own thing. Our clique is strong. Yeah, you couldn't tell us nothing. We 14 years old. Both of us got shotguns. We feeling good. Murdoch might have been 15. See, because Murdoch had just got out of jail. Yeah, we had did the little breaking and entering when we hopped the gate and was over in the house making sandwiches and shit. And Murdoch went to jail for that. but he had just got out. See, when Murdoch got out of jail, he had got that shotgun. Then I bought a shotgun. But see, when I bought a shotgun, I went and told Jamsky. See, at this time, I was living with the homeboy Jamsky. See, remember I told you, Jamsky was the first homie on the block with a trap house. Everybody else was curve serving. But I didn't live on the block no more. But Jamsky was like, yeah, come live with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to look out for you, yada, yada, yada. You know what I'm saying? You know how that go. So I'm on the block, but I live with the homie Jamsky. I come in the house, I'm like, Jamsky, check this out. I just bought a shotgun. Jamsky like, damn, let me see, little nigga, you moving fast. God damn. You got a shotgun? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, I see how you moving. He grabbed the shotgun. He said, let me check it out. He looked at the shotgun. He said, is it loaded? I'm like, no. He pointed the shotgun to my face. He said, be careful. Don't never just hand another man your shotgun. At that moment, you know, I'm the type of nigga, I don't like guns pointed in my face. So I kind of pushed the gun to the side like, hey man, don't point that in my face. I don't like that. He was like, nigga, I'll pull this trigger. And when he pulled the trigger, the gun said, BAM! And at that moment, my light flashed between my eyes. Jamsky blew a big ass hole in the wall next to my head with my shotgun. Yeah, immediately panic arose in Jamsky's eyes. Are you all right? I'm like, yeah. We had to jump up. He had a salt and pepper poster on his wall. He grabbed the salt and pepper poster. He took it down. He covered up the big ass hole on his wall. It was smoke everywhere. All the homies were coming to the window. Hey, what's going on in there? What's going on in there? We were trying to play it off. We threw the shotgun underneath his bed because we know any minute Jamsky mama's gonna come popping through there. A few seconds later, Jamsky mama come banging at the door. Bang, bang, bang. What's going on in there? Jamsky like, hey, they throwing cherry bombs at my window. She like, open the door. Boom, she pushed her way through the door. What the hell's going on in here? Jamsky like, they throwing cherry bombs at my window. There's smoke everywhere. He covered his wall up with a salt and pepper poster, but you can kind of see there's something happening in his room. Everybody heard the shotgun go off. My head is ringing. I kind of don't know what the hell's going on. And it's like 6 homies out the window trying to see what's going on in the room. They want to know if it's a dead body. See, I learned the hard way about playing with guns. See, I bought a shotgun from a crackhead on the street, and I never checked to see if it was loaded. I was so excited to get a shotgun like everybody else that I never checked to see if it was loaded. And when I handed Jamsky the shotgun, he asked me, is this loaded? I said, nah, this ain't loaded. And when he pointed at me playing, I just said, man, I don't like, don't play with me like that, nigga. And he was like, all right. And when he pulled the trigger, that shit said, bang! See, that was the end of my life. See, there's a lot of lessons to be learned in this curve-serving universe. See, that day I learned a lesson. To this moment, I treat guns very, very delicate. I'm very delicate in the way I treat guns. They're very serious. I keep the ammunition locked separate, totally different away from my shotgun that I got now. This is the end of Curve Servers. Episode 16. Come back. We got more for you.